let's see this. A loan of rupees 10,000 is to be paid back by 4 equal annual installments. If the rate is 10% simple interest per annum, find the value of each installment. So they are saying that you have to pay back a loan of 10,000 rupees. So you have taken a 10,000 rupees loan here, and now it has to be paid in 4 equal annual installments, which means it has to be paid back in 4 years, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say you have taken the loan here, so you are supposed to pay it back in 4 installments, which means the term period of this loan is 4 years. So by the end of 4 years you are supposed to pay everything, right? So even though you have taken only 10,000 rupees here, what is the total money you are supposed to pay? That depends on the interest at which it is growing, isn't it? The rate at which it is growing. Now they are saying that the rate at which it is growing is 10% simple interest per annum. So per year it is going to grow at a rate of 10%, and there are totally 4 years. Therefore how much will it become? 40%, isn't it? 10% per annum and 40%. Therefore you have to pay this one plus 40% of it, right? So the total amount that has to be paid equal to 140% of this one, right? So 140 by 100 into 10,000. Now you are going to get 14,000. Now if you want to see how we got this, you could also apply the formula. So what is it? Amount A equal to P into 1 plus RT by 100, and it is given that rate is 10% per annum and the term is 4 years. Therefore 10 into 4 it becomes 40, right? And 100. Therefore 100 plus 40 is 140. 140 by 100 into principal. That is what we did. 140 by 100 into principal, right? Okay. Now this is the total amount you are supposed to pay in 4 installments, and we have to find out the value of those 4 installments. One installment we have to pay after first year. Why? Because they are saying that equal annual installments, and the other installment we have to pay here and pay here. We don't know what that value is. That is why I am assuming X. Now you might think that 4 into X, in these 4 installments you are supposed to pay 14,000, right? So you might think that this is the equation, but it is wrong. The reason is, when you are paying some amount here, right, this amount is also going to grow at the rate of 10%, isn't it? So even though you are making a payment of X here, by the time it reaches this point, it is going to be more than X. So this contribution is more. Therefore you need not pay this amount, which means you need not pay 14,000 divided by 4, right? You have to pay less than that. Why? Even this one is increasing. So if you are not able to understand this logic, the other logic is, even though you are going to owe means you have to pay, right? Even though you are going to owe 10,000 rupees at this point, by the time you reach here, you are not going to owe 10,000 rupees. You are going to owe only 10,000 minus X, isn't it? So initially you have computed the total interest assuming that you are going to owe 10,000 rupees the entire period. Initially when you computed this, you have assumed that the total money you have to pay is 10,000 rupees constantly, right? But that is not the case. Here the amount is reducing. Therefore anyway, how you should understand is, you need not pay that much amount. 14,000 divided by X, you are supposed to pay less than that. Now let's compute it. Now there are many ways of computing it. One way of computing it is, find out what will be the total amount that this X will contribute to by the time it reaches there. Got it? Now if you observe this X is going to grow at 10%, 10%, 10%, which means by the time it reaches there, it is going to be 130% of the initial value. Why? It is going to even give 30% interest, right? Or if you are not able to understand this, see, what I mean to say is, this X, by the time it reaches there, it is going to be X into 130 by 100. Got it? So why? Because it is going to grow by 30%. Therefore it will become 130% of the initial value. Or you could also apply the simple interest formula. What is simple interest formula? Amount A equal to principal into 1 plus RT by 100, right? So that equal to X into 1 plus, what is RT? R is 10 and number of years is 3 by 100. So it is 130 by 100, x into 130 by 100. Got it? Similarly, this one is going to grow for 20%. Therefore, by the time this value goes there, so what will it contribute? It will be x into 120 by 100. Same way, right? And what about this one? This one is going to grow by 10%, right? Therefore, this value will become x into 110 by 100. And what about this value, the last installment x? You are not letting it grow by any time, therefore it is going to be same, right? So this is the total amount that it will account to, even though you are paying only x. Got it? Now this total amount should be equal to 14,000, right? Therefore you have to add them all up and equate it to 14,000. So what is it? X into 1.3, I am writing this one as 1.3, okay, plus x into 1.2 plus x into 1.1 plus x equal to 14,000. Now if you pull out x as common, you are supposed to get x into 4.6 equal to 14,000. That implies x equal to 14 divided by 4.6, you are going to get 3,043.47. Okay, so what is the meaning of it? You need not pay that much amount, 14,000 divided by 4, you have to pay less than that, and this is the amount that you are supposed to pay. So if you are going to pay these installments, even though all these installments put together is not going to be equal to 14,000, the simple interest earned by each installment here is going to make it up. Okay.